Hello, everybody. It's Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. And as you can see, I have a friend with me. This is the amazing Ryan Eliason. So he is the founder of Visionary Business School, and he's on a mission to empower socially conscious entrepreneurs to transform the world by pressing problems with purpose-driven, profitable businesses of their own. So that's why I am having Ryan on the show, because I'm looking forward to having this conversation, because since 2011, well over 200,000 change makers have joined his social entrepreneur empowerment network to learn and profit from his popular People, Planet, and Profit group business training programs that really equip them with the tangible skills and mindset shifts really needed to expand the reach and positive impact of their own powerful missions. He is recognized, it's amazing, as one of the world's top coaches for social entrepreneurs, and he has worked with over 6,700 satisfied clients from over 85 countries and all the 50 states through his results-focused and sold-out group training programs. His debut book, How to Make a Lucrative Career Out of Profound Service, I love that, was downloaded 73,000 times within the first 14 days of its launch. So he is committed to making a difference in the world through really being able to provide service. And I love that. And as a teenager, Ryan co-founded Youth for Environmental Sanity, which has since supported more than 675,000 young visionary leaders from 65 nations working on social change, human rights, and environmental sustainability. Ryan believes that business can be a powerful force for transformation, and his clients gladly carry that flag with the training that he provides to support their high impact and sustainable success. So welcome, Ryan.
Thank you. It's great to be here with your people.
I'm excited. Oh, thank you. So the topic of today is really how to make a lucrative career out of profound service. And obviously I am one of those people that have been able to have the blessing, is what I feel like it is, to really have a very profitable, fun business that all I do is, my business is to serve. And I always say that I do not make money without serving, and I don't serve without make money. It goes hand in hand. So, and I love what I do. I get to do it anywhere in the world. I'm so grateful that I get to serve people in the way that I get to serve, educate, provide value, even if it's through a show like this, and to bring people on, such as yourself, that can help give a different perspective and help people really learn something that I don't teach. So I'm really grateful that you're here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely.
What shall we talk about today?
Well, you know, what I'd love to talk about is that, let's just get into it. Like, so there's people that really do have this position that they do want to help, right? And maybe they go get coached, or they get certified as a coach, or they join other programs, or they want to be a speaker, or they want to be an author, or, you know, some way where you're in the information world, right? And you want to provide knowledge in order to help somebody. And there's a certain percentage of people that succeed, right? And there's a certain larger percentage of people that don't. And I would love to hear from your perspective, what is the characteristics that you see in those that do succeed? What do they have so that the ones that are struggling could develop those characteristics or even that skill set?
Sure. Well, in my programs, and we've had, you know, you mentioned it in my bio, I think 6,700 people have gone through my paid training program. We focus on three key areas, which is mindset, marketing, and time mastery. So, and the marketing piece for me is all about how do you do it in a way that's values-based, mission-based, that's from the heart, that makes a difference in the world, that leaves people better off whether or not they buy anything from you, which I think you totally embody. I mean, this show is a great example. You're just giving lots of value. Nobody's paying you to do this, right? But you're getting more exposure. You're getting the word out. People are getting to know you. They're developing a relationship with you. You know, they're getting to know, like, and trust you. And then when you do have something for sale, they're more likely to buy, right? It's kind of obvious how that works. And the beauty of it is that as a business owner and as an entrepreneur, you get to focus on service.
Yes.
The old paradigm was chase the money, was chase the clients, chase the success. And we defined, people have always defined success historically as the bottom line, the single bottom line, which is profit, right? And I think a lot of us who are heart-centered, I call them change makers or visionaries. That's why my program was called Visionary Business School. We're just bored with that old model. We're grossed out by it. Yeah, we're grossed out by it. Like it's a recipe for unhappiness, for running hard, like you're on a treadmill, running fast, but you're not getting anywhere, just chasing the dollars. And maybe that never resonated with many of you listening to this. So, if you're on a mission to make a difference in the world, and you start a business that's aligned with your values, that's about making a positive difference in the world, now you've set yourself up for the possibility of happiness, at least like deep fulfillment. Like not only could I make good money, but I could do something that feels meaningful, that feels aligned with who I am and why I was born in the first place, or why I'm on the planet. And I think there's a fulfillment that comes from that alignment that can't come any other way. But like you said, just deciding I'm going down this path and I'm going to take this journey of building a business that's about service, that's about expressing my true heart's purpose in the world. That's just step one, right? Now, like you said, what some small percentage of people really fulfill their higher potential. And so what you're asking, what are the keys to that? And I'm sure there's a lot of directions we could go with that, but I'll say the first thing that came to mind is persistence. And I talk about the 3 pillars of mindset, marketing, and time mastery. Well, in the realm of mindset, persistence is one of those qualities that you have to generate in abundance, like tenacity, like a willingness to fail, a willingness to struggle, a willingness to face all of your own inner demons that I guarantee are going to get stirred up in the process of building a heart-centered business. You're going to confront any self-doubt, any confidence issues that you have, any self-worth issues, self-esteem issues that might be lurking and hidden that you didn't even know you had anymore. It's like, I left that behind in high school. I've moved on from that stuff. Now you're an entrepreneur. You're right back there again. Am I good enough? Am I worthy? Like, can I charge for this? Like, that old stuff is going to come up. And so if you are willing to do the inner work, and it takes courage, it takes persistence to do that inner work, then you can do it. But you've got to be willing to go through who knows how long, sometimes a long time, sometimes even years. And I like to be more optimistic and say, hey, follow a good formula, and you can shorten it and get there a lot faster, and at least be profitable, at least be sustainable to the point where you can quit your day job and devote yourself full time to the work that you love and the business that you love. You can do that quickly, but let's say stepping into your higher potential and really starting to manifest what you're capable of, that can take years. And so what I see is that in my clients who are building the really successful businesses, what I would call like a masterpiece. It's like, this is your life's work and you're living it now. The most common trait I see in those people is just tenacity. They're willing to go through the tough stuff.
Yeah. For me, I always say that it's the energy work. It's that alignment, right? And you got some people that really good at the energy stuff, like really good at aligning, but then they don't take the action. And then you got other people that are just all action, but they're not aligned. And it's a combination of both. Like you're saying, it's having that confidence, knowing your value. When the stuff comes up that says you're not, who are you? Like, you can't do this, that you clear that energy, that you align back. And then at the same time, you keep moving forward, no matter if it's a fear of success that comes up or it's a fear of failure that comes up. But it's being, like you're saying, being persistent, no matter what does come up, no matter what comes in your way, is, for me, it was not even a question, because I was clear that, when I was in corporate America, I was a pharmaceutical rep, I was a sales training manager. I made good money, but it wasn't doing anything. It was from meaning and from a place of purpose and value.
Yeah.
And once I found coaching, and, I was still, for years, I had to, excuse me, I had to still work at my day job while I was coaching at night and on weekends. But because of how I felt when I spent a whole day doing my sales job, the difference I felt in just coaching one client at night, and how much different it felt to help them shift something in their life or to see them grow. It was like, that's what I want to do. And there was no looking back. And there was even like in a business, like, yeah, totally. 100%. No, there was no option for failure. There was no option for going back to corporate and making it work no matter what.
I call it being unstoppable. It's another way of being that if you can cultivate, it's super powerful. Because as a visionary who, for me, just so you know what I'm talking about when I say visionary, it's like someone who has a vision of a better world and also a better life for yourself, right? You're living into your vision for your life, but you also hold a bigger vision for planet Earth, that the more is possible for human beings.
Yes.
And I think we're pretty much collectively in agreement in that right now on planet Earth. Is like, things are not going well. We need to make some changes. But what we're not in agreement on is like that a really beautiful future is possible.
Yes.
And so that's what I say, what I mean when I say visionary.
Well, I love that too, not to interrupt you, but it's like the opposite of being reactionary, right? It's like you have that, you take the time to think about, what do I want? Why do I want it? How am I going to feel? What would feel good to me? What would I like to see in all aspects of my life? What would I like to see for my friends and family and neighbors and the planet and all that kind of stuff? What would feel good, instead of just having conditions and circumstances constantly dictate how you are feeling and how you're supposed to react and respond to things.
Yeah, I would say the natural tendency for most people is to fall into just surviving and just kind of getting through the day, and to live from vision, to orient yourself around what you're living into, changes the game that you're playing. It brings meaning to your life, and it has you step up and challenge yourself to become your highest potential self, because you need to manifest your bigger vision. You need to step into who you need to be to manifest that vision.
Absolutely.
So I love what you said about how some people really focus on the action and some people focus on the visualization or the meditation or all that inner work stuff. And it really takes both.
It does.
And the way I've been talking about it for a while is that people tend to be more comfortable with one or the other, whether it's the inner work or the outer work. And so, we all seem to fall into one of those camps, and then you gravitate towards that. And then when things get tough and when it's not going well in your business or you're not reaching your goals, you fall into that one that you're most comfortable with. So if you're more comfortable with action and you think, the inner work's kind of weird and woo-woo or something, and maybe you judge it, or you're just not comfortable with it, you don't want to face those inner demons. So what do? You work harder. You just take more action.
Move faster.
And you just you put in the extra hours, but you're not doing the inner work. So you're just going to be grinding it out. And when you're not doing the inner work, you're not aligning, your decisions aren't good, synchronicity gets off, you don't attract, and it's a recipe for burnout, right?
Big time.
That's my problem. Honestly, my self-assessment is I'm more comfortable. I'm an action taker. I sometimes I've already done all my inner work. I'm doing that since I was young. And now let me just get into action. So when I'm confronted with maybe a limiting belief, like it's hard, it takes something extra from me to realize that's where the work is for me, is right now, the inner work is more important. I need to make time for that. I need to make that a priority. And then you've got the other people who, they'll take every workshop that comes their way, and they've got, 10 online programs are simultaneously signed up for, and they've got their coach and their therapist and their meditation group, and, they sit on their meditation pillow for at least an hour a day. But when it comes to, hey, did you take that action to get the clients you want to get? And they're like, no, I didn't have time. Right. I'm going to get to that next week.
Yeah.
And so they're just not carving out the time to do, did you get your sales page made yet? No, I've always got an excuse. There's all this long list of reasons that they haven't been able to get it done. And I'm just like, you got to be unstoppable in the face of those things. Like, the outer work is just as important, right? Obviously, like, you are not going to just meditate and get clients. Like, you got to take some action.
You can't meditate and have the clients knock on your door.
Exactly.
Like, bags of money are not going to drop on your head.
Right.
Like, I always say that, even if you're trying to find your ideal partner, the pizza guy probably isn't him, so you have to actually get out, go do something, go to a party, go network, go somewhere, get your physical body out. Because Ryan, as you well know, we're both right? We're non-physical, but we're physical. And it's when you combine the both together, that's when the magic happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Amazing. So any other tidbits or things that you see of all the people that you've helped coach and helped train,
Sure.
That just, you could see the ones that just rise to the top. Yeah. They're unstoppable. Like you said, they're confident. Yeah. They do the inner and outer work. Anything else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the next thing that pops into my mind is their relationship to marketing, because I say marketing is the engine of your business. If your business is a vehicle to take you where you want to go, to take you to that vision, then marketing is the engine of your vehicle. And you could have the best vehicle in the world. It could be, you could have a Porsche or a Tesla or whatever your favorite car is, but if there's no engine, it's not going to get you anywhere. And so marketing is the engine of your vehicle. It's that important. It's that critical. And especially visionaries and change makers tend to have a relationship to marketing like it's a necessary evil. And so,
can I say something on that really quick?
Sure.
I kind of have this clarity, if you believe in what you're doing, if you're in service and like for me, I have a system of transformation. That's the 7 essential laws. Whether I write it in a book or teach coaches to do it, everything is based on the 7 essential laws. I wholeheartedly, with every ounce of my being, believe in these 7 essential laws and how it absolutely changed my life. So for me, marketing is easy because for me, I look at it the perspective of it's just me talking about or writing about my perspective on the universal laws and how it can help someone and what the benefit is when they change their lives. That's marketing. I think what people get caught up in, though, is the how of it. So if, for me, I don't upload videos, I don't download videos, I don't do graphics to videos, I don't post stuff. I have a team that does that. Now people go, oh, well, you got a team, got a big business. I had a team in the beginning because I'm a coach, right? I'm a teacher, I'm an author. My skill set in what I do is in those things. That's how I serve. But in serving, I also understand that I do have to make a video saying, hey, this is what we got this month. This is what we're doing. And this is how it's going to benefit you. And it's just me talking and offering my service, right? But all the other stuff to help the marketing, whether it's doing Facebook ads or some of the things that we were talking about, getting in front of the people that would be the most perfect match for learning about and implementing what I have to offer. It's not going to be, I'm not for everybody, some people don't like me. Some people find me annoying. That's fine. But those that resonate with me, that's who I want to invite in. That's who I want to play with. Why'd you laugh when I said maybe I'm annoying? I'm just kidding.
I laugh because I resonate. I have the same thing I teach my clients is that you got to let your freak flag fly, and you're gonna annoy some people. You're absolutely gonna annoy some people, and that's okay. That's good. If you're not annoying some people, your marketing isn't really nailing it on the head yet, because then you're going to be attracting the right people when you're really being yourself. Which makes marketing so much easier to embrace is when you put your authentic self into it. I think that's where a lot of the pain comes from, because a lot of people they're struggling. They're in some. So if, on one end of the spectrum, you've got marketing is a necessary evil. It's like pulling teeth. Don't make me do it. I'm going to hire somebody else to do all that. I don't want to have to deal with that, right? And then on the other end, you've got, I love marketing. I authentically love it. Like, it's my passion. I wish I could spend all my time marketing. Most people are somewhere in the middle of those two extremes, right? And I think a part of the reason people end up on the painful side is that they think that they have to be someone they're not, say things that don't feel totally authentic, do things that don't feel aligned with their values. And so you feel like you're compromising, you're selling out a little bit, or maybe a lot.
Yeah.
And when you do that, yeah, you feel crummy.
Yeah.
That's the universe telling you, look, man, you're not aligned. You're bullshitting right now. You're not being yourself just because you think that's what you need to do to get the clients.
Exactly.
And so I just want to say to everybody listening, like, you don't have to do that. In fact, that won't work.
Exactly.
It won't work. Like, it will be unsustainable for you, but people are going to sniff, you're going to smell, they're going to feel your inauthenticity, even if it's a little bit. And they'll be like, I like what you're saying, but I don't. Something feels off. And they're not going to buy from you.
Absolutely.
So you got to get real and strategic at the same time. So it's not, I mean, there's more to it than just getting real, but it's just a really important part of it. And part of that is like, get your true message out there. You have your 7 laws that you're so passionate about, right? Like, you believe in, you're 100% congruent. You believe in them. You can talk about them all day for the rest of your life and you'd still be passionate because they're so rich, right?
Yes.
And that passion, when you talk about it, like, it draws people in because you get to be who you are when you're talking about that. And then they're just naturally attracted to you, or they're not, right? If they're not meant to be your client.
Right. Or they're like, what is she talking about? Universal law. She's a wackadoo. Okay, well then I'm not the person for you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, they're never going to be your client anyway, right?
No.
So, but the beauty of it is that you do get to have a conversation that it's a conversation you'd love to be having anyway.
Yes.
Like, for me, my niche is socially conscious entrepreneurs. People want to use business as a powerful force for positive change in the world. And I love talking about that. I could literally talk about that, all day. And I love the topic. It's totally authentic to me, right? Yeah. Totally interesting to me. I get a little bored with certain things, like, how do I get clients? Like, I'm an expert at getting clients. Like, I've had thousands and thousands of clients. I've helped my clients get thousands and thousands of clients. Like, tens of millions of dollars have been generated using the tools that I've taught my clients collectively. But so there's certain aspects of what I teach that's like, I've taught this 100 times before. This is a little boring, right? But the heart of my purpose of what I'm up to and why I do what I do, like, that never gets boring.
Yeah.
And that's what I get to talk about in all the marketing that I do, in the writing that I do, and the videos I make, and the conversations I have, like this one right now. Like, it's all about what I care about.
Yeah, I think it's just understanding that marketing is not this big, scary thing, of being inauthentic, of trying to sell something that someone doesn't want, or, like a used car salesman, or, being sleazy or slimy or any of that kind of thing. It's like, both of us do that. We both stand in our authenticity. This is who we are. This is what we have. This is what you'll benefit from. And let me share why. And it's like, whether it's in an interview, this is marketing, right? Whether it's doing a TV show where I'm a guest on a TV show, that's a form of marketing. Whether it's doing something like an advertisement in a print magazine or on Facebook, that's advertising. I mean, there's so many different ways to get your message out there, but just by a conversation. Like, I'm loving this conversation. This doesn't feel, we're not selling anything, right? We're educating people. And right. And it's like, if you like what Ryan is having to say and you really like his energy, then click the link below and go further with him. Learn more about what he's saying. But like he's saying, he's passionate about helping change makers, people that are in the business of wanting to serve, help them start a sustainable business. And, it's like, this is marketing. You get to say what you love and do what you love, and just share yourself in doing that. There's nothing inauthentic here going on at all.
Right. And this is just one example. Like, if you can't see yourself doing what Christy and I are doing right now, and you'd rather do something else, there's so many different ways to get the word out, to get the message out.
Yeah.
And there's the authentic way for everyone. So I think about some of my most successful clients, and they definitely learned to love marketing. And I think about some of them who literally told me when they started that I don't like marketing. It's really painful. It's like pulling teeth. I'd rather do anything but. And now they can authentically say, I love marketing, because they found a way to really put their mission into it. And they got authentically passionate about getting the word out in that way. And, one of the things I love about marketing is I get to reach more people. There's only so many people that are going to become a paying client, right? And but when you're marketing, it's a kind of this huge unlimited audience, like, and you get to get your message out. And for me, it's hundreds of thousands of people have come across my message at this point, which feels really good to me. Really, it just makes me happy that I'm getting the word out to that many people, and most of them haven't become my client. And that's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's where I get to serve for free, which feels really good.
Well, it's interesting you said that, because I had a woman that invited me on her podcast. This is about a month ago. And she was like, oh my God, it's you. And I was like, oh, okay. And because that's weird to me. I'm just a wife and a housewife, I'm a mom, and I have run my business from a centered place. I have my personal clients and everything. She goes, I have been on your email list for 10 years. And she goes, I never went into your coaching academy, but I decided to become a coach. And here I am. I was depressed then. I started listening to you talk, applying your universal laws, and one thing after another, it just led me down. It was like the alignment led that momentum to a different place. And she herself became a coach. She has her own podcast now. She's got her own profitable business. She was never a client of mine, but she was impacted by what I did in like a show like this through marketing. And when she told me that, I got in tears. I didn't feel like, well, why didn't you buy from me? I wasn't like that at all. I was like, like, why are we talking then? I wasn't like that. I was like, wow. I was in tears because something I did and have said consistently over the last 10 years made an impact on her. And that she is now impacting so many other people. And that huge wave, it's like, wow, that's
awesome.
I mean, there's no better feeling. Yeah.
And that's just one person. Like, if there's one person telling you that, there's probably a bunch more who you haven't even heard from. And there's probably some who wouldn't give you credit, but you were there at a pivotal time with just the right message they needed to hear, and it shifted their life, shifted the trajectory of their life. They're doing something more aligned now, making a bigger positive impact, etc. They don't even remember that, webinar they were on or whatever with you, but it impacted them, right?
That's karma points.
Absolutely. I hope so.
No, it's true. It's like when I'm giving from my heart, it just feels good. And it's like whether I have 10 people watching this show or 200,000, for me, it's like whoever is being impacted, that one thing that can help someone shift, that one thing that maybe someone's a coach and they've been struggling and they've been really fighting with this marketing thing, and they go, marketing is really that simple. I get to be myself and show up, and I get to choose the way I want to show up, either through video or audio or written word. And it can actually be that easy where I could just show up and share what I know and what someone can take away and benefit from by either working with me or reading one of my books or joining one of my programs. If they could just have that light that goes on, oh my gosh, can you imagine the shift and how much easier it will be to build their business just from that mindset shift from this conversation?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope that some people are listening and just really accepting the possibility that you might learn to love marketing. Just take that away, that, it is possible for you, even if you are one of the extremes. If you're like, no way that will ever happen for me, because that what I see people doing, even the quote unquote conscious business people, most of what they do grosses me out. Like, my standards are really high. Marketing is really gross to me. So therefore I'll never be able to do that because I don't want to feel gross. Even if you're one of those people, you could learn to love marketing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I know you have a free gift to give everybody to educate them and to continue to provide service to them, even beyond this conversation. And we're going to have that gift below the video, but I would love for you to describe what that is.
Yeah. So it's my book, the 10 best ways to, what's it called?
How to make a lucrative career out of profound service.
Subtitle: How to make a lucrative career out of profound service. The 10 best ways to profit from doing good, or something like that. It's been a while since I've given it away.
Awesome. Yeah, so
it's been downloaded several 100,000 times now. But essentially, it's about in my history, I started a nonprofit when I was 19.
That's amazing.
It brought together young leaders of social change movements from all over the world, working on all kinds of issues like human rights and environment and social justice and stuff like that. And it was all about helping them to be more effective. And so I met all these amazing people through this work that were doing really great work in the world. Some of them, a lot of them were struggling financially. Some of them were doing better than others. So I got to see what works when you're working for change. How can you actually make a living? How can you do well by doing good? How can you make money while you're doing good? And then I moved into business coaching, and I've been doing it for over 15 years now. So I've worked with a lot of entrepreneurs all over the world, thousands of people, 85 countries now, paying clients. And so again, I have had an opportunity in lots of different niches. So I don't niche down the way a lot of people do. My niche is socially conscious change makers who want to use business as a force for good. So that's pretty broad, right? So I've worked with a lot of people doing a lot of different things. I won't even start to list it, because it's like the niches and industries and whatnot are like, it's over 100 long, right? So I've been in this privileged position to see what works, what gets results, what business models, what approaches, what niches really work to both make a difference in the world and make money. So you want to choose some, you want to put your boat in the river going downstream. You don't want to try to row your boat upstream. And so for me, going downstream is choosing something that's not only aligned with your passion and your values and your skills, but also something that will work in terms of a viable business model that's already been proven, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to create a new business model. There's only so many business models. I think you're totally unique, just like every snowflake is unique. Like, you bring something special to the planet, but what you're going to bring is not inventing a new business model. You might as well use one that someone's already proven, right? So
we already know the car works. Just get in it. You get to choose the car you want to drive.
Exactly. So this book is all about what are those things that work? What are those niches where you can make money and make a difference? And also some of the other stuff that I've been talking about today, and some other things that we haven't talked about around what do I think it really takes to be successful, and kind of what sets the people who really thrive and succeed with their bigger mission and their bigger vision apart from the people who just have a dream and don't ever really make it happen. So that's what this book is about, and I think you'll love it.
And it's yours for free. So just go below the video and click it so that you will be able to have Ryan's wisdom in this book. So Ryan, any last final words that you want to leave everybody with? I appreciate you being here.
Okay, final words. I'll just say what I believe is that love is the most powerful force in the universe. It's what makes everything go. It's the hidden magic behind everything, and it's what we are. And so that's our job in this lifetime, is to remember who we are and to express who we are, and to do it in your own unique and beautiful way. So beautiful. I just want to acknowledge the beautiful love that is at the very center of everyone listening.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Yes, love, highest vibration in the universe. If you want to bring it back to universal laws, I mean, there's nothing higher. So nothing more aligned than love. So I love that final message. So thank you for that. And for all of you, let us know what you're taking away. Let us know if you kind of shifted the possibility and then the opening of learning about marketing, or just even the possibility of learning how to open, to be willing to learn about marketing. Or maybe you learned something that, you weren't really necessarily taking action. You're really good about alignment, but you weren't good about taking action. Or maybe you're taking action a lot, but you're not doing the alignment. Let me know under the video what you're taking away so we can continue our conversation together. I always love hearing from you, and appreciate when Ryan can get involved in the conversation too, so that we further this conversation. So appreciate you all. Have an amazing week, everybody. And thank you so much, Ryan, for being our guest and my friend.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought. Leave me a comment below, and be sure to share and tag your friends. And be sure to check out my other videos here and on this site.